That's crazy.
Hi guys, I'm Dr. Rupert. Welcome back to the VIVA Skin Clinic's YouTube channel. We are super excited to be here today. This is episode 1 out of 3 new series we are shooting, and we are coming into 2022 with a bang. I've got the lovely Rachael with us today, and one of the biggest questions we get asked is what age do we start dermal filler treatments? So Rachael, tell me about what signs have been bothering you.
So I'm 25 years old and I'm starting to realise that maybe it's time to look at preventative ageing. I'm starting to notice that I would maybe like to slim my face a little bit more and have some contouring as well. And also just kind of make sure that I don't age as quickly as I would maybe without dermal filler.
Rachael, you've used an absolute key word there, which is preventative. So that is really a hot topic in aesthetics at the moment, and that's exactly what we do in the clinic. So Rachael, this is your first dermal filler treatment. Exciting?
Yeah.
You're 25. So what are your expectations of treatment?
So I'm expecting to kind of have a full face consultation and to understand how I can prevent any ageing happening. And I also want to kind of look my best and look like young and healthy and have like really lovely skin as well.
Awesome. That's exactly what we can help with.
So as it's my first dermal filler treatment, I just want to understand what kind of maintenance I need to expect.
Rachael, maintenance is a really good question because a lot of the time we want to know what we're going to be doing moving forward as well. So remember, with the way we do things at VIVA, it's all about your aesthetic journey. So we just keep things topped up over time rather than having to do it all again. So the maintenance is roughly 1 to 2 mils every 6 or 9 months.
So is this initial treatment my biggest session?
That's right, so we have to get you to a place where you've got your full face results and then we maintain it. So it's much less moving forward, but at the beginning we have to use a little bit more to make sure we get you over that line.
So when you say full face dermal filler, what do you mean by that?
It's a really good question, and that's what some of our viewers may be a bit afraid of. However, there's not one specific area of the face that ages, so taking a full face approach will yield much more amicable results. So
with full face dermal filler, will it be painful getting this procedure done?
So we do everything to make sure that the procedure is as pain-free as possible. So we've got anaesthetic cream that we apply over the skin to numb the skin a little bit. Also, the product we use has local anaesthetic in it too. So that's like a double numbing effect.
So how long is the procedure and how long will the results last?
The procedure takes about 45 minutes and that includes your before and after photos, just confirming exactly what we're doing to make sure we go over the aftercare properly as well, so you're in the know about what you're doing when you leave. And remember, we mentioned the maintenance, so I'll see you again in 6 months for your maintenance.
So after my procedure, am I able to go back to work?
Absolutely. So we have very good techniques in doing dermal filler at this clinic, which means that you leave with minimum downtime. However, it's really important to note that you feel the product there for a few days. So you're not going to walk out looking like you've had anything done, but you will feel it there for a few days. So it takes about 2 weeks to completely soften in.
So weird question, am I too young to be starting getting dermal filler?
It's a great question. So the best way I can answer this to you is aging happens from the get-go. So what we're doing here is we're stopping that happening. So we're just keeping things in a place where you're looking younger and a bit fresher.
So when I get older, say when I'm in my 40s and 50s, will I need less?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So what you'll find is that by preventing those aging signs from happening as badly, we will never have to use as much product then. So the average amounts that I use, it's really interesting to know because in 20s I'm using maybe 5 or 6, so a teaspoon, 5 or 6 mils of dermal filler for preventative aging. When we get to 35, I'm using 8 to 12. When we get to 45 plus, it can sometimes be more than that. Rachael, there were some great questions. What we're going to do is go through to consultation. I'll explain everything as we go and we'll start getting you marked up and ready for treatment.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
What do you think?
I look like me. Oh my god. I just look like me, but like contoured, slimmer. My nose looks like a bit straighter and lifted. Oh my god, it's amazing. I can't believe that. Thank you.
Rachel, you did incredible.
Thank you.
We're getting a bit emotional.
Yeah. Can we stop for a second?
Get to shoot.
So good. So good. It's normal. I'm fine. It's all good.
That's why we do
I
this.
know.
That's why we do this.
That's the thing, like I look like me as well, which is so nice.
What came into your head, Rach?
I don't know, I just look happy.
So I'm just going to go over what we did during this treatment. And we used over 2 teaspoonfuls of filler in total. So, you know, for you guys at home, that might sound like a lot of filler, 11 mils in total. But that was enough to create your full face effect.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much impact you can have when you're treating the right areas. And I think the main things that we've targeted today are you're looking less tired. Some of those shadows that were starting to appear, that can be signs of aging, like the dark eye circles and the nose to mouth lines. That little bit of heaviness that was starting to collect in the lower face, which was meaning that the jaw was less defined or all drastically better, but all within your natural looking proportions. Yeah. What we're going to do next is I'm going to let that sink in a little bit and we'll check you in 6 months' time. Okay. So the maintenance for this, even though we've done 11 today, is probably 2 or 3 in 6 months' time. Okay. And we should be able to be averaging about 2 mils every 6 months. Cool. The way that works is you'll see the results now, and if I top it up at 6 months, so I do my 2 mil maintenance sessions with you, then I can keep the results nice and consistent. So it just means that if we have a graph of your results, it's gone like this now, and it's going to stay level. Yeah. Rather than you coming back after 2-3 years, some of it's gone, and you end up with not that same satisfaction across. So most importantly, enjoy.
Thank you.
Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. That concludes full face dermal fillers in your 20s. For more before and afters like you've seen today, follow us on Instagram at VIVA Skin Clinics.